Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad. Queen Jolene's on the camera. We are on air. Nate's in the house. Doug is in the house. This is what's done to the back of the floor. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to finish the back floor. If Jolene wants to come take a look at it, I'll go to the other side, get out of her way. I've got the panels put in the back, and I got the bar put across. What we did the other day, I just kind of finished it up. Jolene said, "Why did you butt weld it in?" I butt welded it in, or welded it solid, because we had butt welded the metal together, and I didn't want to just spot it. You know, generally I'll spot it, and yes, I will spot it if I lay the metal on top of other metal, and if I'm doing that, I'll spot it, or laying on top of it, I'll do that. But when we butt it together, I'm basically just gonna have to weld it up. And that's the way I did it. Everything worked out good. I was telling Nate, he was over here checking the floor. He said, "Man, that's something tight." And he went to push on it. He said, "You're right." And he didn't. We looked, and the jack was underneath of it, so it wouldn't move anyways. It was kind of funny, but the floor is really good. This is the back seat. I've got this piece here that went, well, this is the riser for the back seat. I still got to put that in. Now you can see how they had it made. I'm thinking that was probably 18 gauge metal, square piece all the way across, and went over there and went down to the floor. Can't remember exactly, but I'm thinking it's all the way across. I can see where something was cut off here. They had repaired it before. I'm not going to make it like that. This is my chance to do it my way. This is what I think I'm going to do. Oh. Ah. This is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take a piece of square stock. A piece of square stock is exactly the same height as that. So I'm going to use a piece of square stock. I'm going to take and run it on top of this tunnel over to here, and then on the face of it, I'll just bend a piece of metal. We'll face it just like it was before, but it's just made different. That's just like anything, like we were talking about before, me and Nate. Cars are built so many different ways. Like it's, what can I say? You can build it any way you want. So this is the piece here. I want to run a piece of square stock all the way straight across. First thing I'm going to do is cut this out of the way. Let's get a zip cut. Thanks for coming back, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'll probably go around to Nate and see what he's doing a little bit, and I'll probably go around to Doug, see what he's doing a little bit. But right now, my job is to finish that back floor and get it looking like something.
Get her done, son.
Get her done, son. That's what he said. Get her done. Let's cut this up. No, not going to do that. What I'm thinking here is I got that there. I will not know where it hits over here, so I'm just going to lay the square stock on top of this and see if I can get it marked where it needs to be. It must be Dirty Doug from the Greasy Channel or something like that. Is it Doug? He's out back. I'm not sure what he's doing, but... I'm just wondering why you're so greasy. What? You make me laugh. I work for you. That's bad.
Nate's greasy too. I'm just not going to say what I call him.
I don't know whether to be offended or think that was good or what. Greasy. Did you hear that, Nate?
Yeah.
Is that how you feel when he calls you greasy?
Oh, yeah.
Dirty bugger. Now, he calls you greasy in different ways. 52 is our deal, I think. That one's going to go over a little bit. Get that on there. Come on now. Work with me. Work with me, not against me. 52 and we'll say a quarter. 52 and a quarter. That cut off. As soon as I get this back floor done, you know what happens? I'm on to the front floor. Get on there. The reason I'm cutting this first is because I'm hoping that I can lay it in there on the top of this piece here and get them hitting the same place on both sides, and then I'll mark the bottom of it. And then when I cut that off, I'll know where to put this, if you know what I'm trying to say. Should I get a marker? If you don't know what I mean, well, let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Now, on this car, you can see the body thing. You can see it like a there, and then there's a there. When I put this on, I'm going to use that there and that there to know whether it's good or not. Like, if you know what I'm trying to tell you, like if I'm happy with it. See how that one's above that one? That one's below that one? I don't want it like that. I want it, basically I know where I'm going to put it right now. Right on the edge of that, right there, and right on the edge of that one, that's where it's going. And the reason it's going to go there is because when I've got it sitting on this, I can make it hit that on both spots exactly the same, and that's where it's going to go. So, when I put that down, I'm holding that right there, so that's where it's going to go. Mark the bottom of it. Right there. Now when I put that down, that mark should be on the top of it. On top of that piece down here, is what I'm thinking. Something like that. Let's do it. That's why I have that mark, I guess. Or that's why I put that mark there. Let's cut this piece off. Hopefully, Napa will bring some rocker guard for me while we're doing this, and then I can, black this out and we'll get to see what it looks like. She should look good. You can see how this is all welded around here, how I welded this inside the post here, so there's plenty of side damage, support, whatever it needs to be there. This is 1 inch, this is 3/4 inch. I'm going to cut it so I can put that in. So it's the same always, so we've got a nice face going down. If you know what I'm trying to say, I'm going to move the face of this out to the face of that. I can if I want to because it's right here. I don't have to go all the way back there because that's there. I'm going to just lie her up. I can dig that off at any time. That's my mark. Let's put my mark over here. We'll put it where we want it first. Yeah, right on the mark, baby. Gotta love that. I want a little tap tap. Holds that down nice. Now, can you put your camera on that? Can you see that marker there? Come on the other side. Please and thank you. Sometimes it works out, and when it works out, I want to show you. Can you see that mark there? So that's basically where it's going. I feel like we're straight enough down to be where it was before. I've got it out of 1x2 square stock. That would probably be stronger than all that piece put in together, that, what they had from the factory. Also with the square stock on top, helps the top support of it. We're cooking with gas. Get the welder going, tack that in. Let's do it. I told Jolene this morning I'm working on gas, race fuel. Just feel a little bit better. Doing, working out a little bit, doing a few push-ups. Just got a little more energy, feel good about myself going for it. I've done it before, it's just sometimes you fall off the wagon, just like anything else. Very easy to do. It's so hard to climb back up though. And that's what makes a man, is how many times you get up. I'm going to, that looks so good, so lovey-dovey. Just tack it. Gotta be careful, this stuff will move on you very quickly. It'll move on you. Looks good. Gonna weld this in now. You know, over the time, you know, a lot of people have, you know, square stock, all this sort of stuff, but I'll tell you, welding that square stock is some nice compared to welding sheet metal. It really does, doesn't it, Nate?
Yeah.
Got some meat to weld to, it's a little bit stronger, straight, like to use it. It's just, it's a good all-around material. I'm gonna take it down just a little bit further if I can.
I was laying in the driveway last night at the cafe, welding mufflers and stuff.
Yes?
And that wasn't very fun to weld them upside down, laying in the gravel, the dirt, in the driveway. In the dark.
Nathan was working the night shift in the gravel. He said he didn't like it very much, but he did it. I don't blame you. That just lets you know what kind of person you are, Nate. You really, though, you're able to get down and do it. Like most people would think, nope, can't get in on the hoist, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people, well, let's face it. That's true. So true. Just gonna weld this sucker in a little bit better. Gonna do what? Packing some bearings. Putting the wheels back on. Whoop whoop! Nate, how'd you know all the stuff to use for the brakes? Experience, right?
Yeah, like over the years I've had lots of floors and different things apart, and I've done lots of brake jobs over the years on different things. And
So what
even old tractors, I've done tractor brakes, old tractors.
So what it tells me, the better the memory, the better the mechanic.
Seen lots of different things. Like I'm not a licensed mechanic, but I've done work all my life. Like,
Listen, there's licensed mechanics don't have no half of what you know.
seen and dealt with, but everybody was missing
Yep.
and everybody built from nothing, and you kind of learn building from nothing to put forth. Different jobs you work at show you different things. You may not have to do it the way they do it, but you can learn from that.
Isn't that the way? And you learn from everybody. Generally, if you want to, you know, if you want to, you can learn from everybody. What to do and what not to do. That's why I always say, take what you like and throw away the rest. You have to figure that out. It's your own time, you know, what you like and what you don't like. Okay, so I got that on there. We're tight and right. I think we are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cap it off and make the back section of the floor complete. Let's do it. I'm glad I chose the way we did on the floor, flipping this piece up on the back side because it looks nice from underneath. You can just see a cross member across the bottom of the car, and it's got a nice bend up on it. Where we butt weld it together down there, I can sand that and make that look nice underneath. If I get up on the hoist, I can just rub it off a little bit. seam sealer it and rock guard it and make it look nice, like it's not been messed with. Basically, you can make it look that nice if you want to. On the side here, it's been butt welded on, so underneath it's just seam sealer. On the bottom of here, it's right on the edge, seam sealer, and that will be sanded, seam sealed, so it's hard to tell. Probably still could tell, but this here is folded up nice. This looks nice underneath, so we're looking really good. We're looking really good. Not as good as Jolene, but we're looking good. Tape measure, let's do it. That tape measure there was a small one. You got that right. 26. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of Bristol board, because instead of just making it straight down, I got to make it come over top of this thing to make it look right, or to make it look good. Then I got to make it come up, fit over that tunnel, and straight down. But it's just got to be one piece. Like, it doesn't have to be. Now, probably put a little bend on top. Make it. Let's go for it. Get a piece of paper. Make a pattern. That's the very first thing you want to do when you're making something. Like, if you don't think of a piece of paper and for a pattern, if you don't think of that first, you're missing out. That's the first thing you got to go to when you start to make something. To cut that out of metal, to measure that, and then cut it right out of metal. Especially when you can do it with a piece of paper and scissors. Best way to go. Get my scissors. I see myself, you know, as you're getting older, as your brain probably doesn't get older, but tripping and falling in here, you know what I mean? Running around like I do. Now, this is the straight edge. Let's make this thing go up over that hump. The Bristol board won't stay straight. At the end of the show, we'll get Doug try on the hat. And then Nate's next. Let's do marker. Yeah. All I'm going to do is hold that paper against that. I've got a straight up line here, right? How far up is that line before it turns? So that's what I'm going to guess. That's what I guessed. If it's not it, then I'll glue some paper to it, or I'll cut more out of it. Hope that makes sense. Hope I got enough paper. Yeah, not bad. Let's put that straight across there. That doesn't work down there. Now, I hear drums on. I hear drums beating. All right, that's a little bit long. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take some out of it. That fits good right there. I'm just going to leave that. Let's run it up. Let's leave it on one end, this side. Run it all this way. Stay over there, paper, and then I'll cut it off this side. See if that works. Right there. Excuse yourself, Nathan. Cut it shy, I did a little bit. Nope, I did not. Just had to bring it up so it fit good. That's what I had to do. Now, I'm going to take and put some tape on that. Just going to stick it at the bottom so I can see if I can hold it there, so I can stick another piece on the top to make a nice piece. Stop it. bag. Just to hold it, that's all. Just to hold it. We're a little bit big still. Now, this. See what happens? Stop it. No, I'll leave that to after. Stay on there now. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. Stick with it. Stick with it, that's all I'm saying. Stick with it. Put a bigger piece of tape on. You won't come on this time. Yeah. Now, that piece I cut out. No, I gotta make it roll. Shaky. Shaky. Look at that, shaky. All right, I think we got what we need. I need a little bit, I have to remember to leave a little bit on there. I'm a little bit, I get a little gap going on there. Now that I have a this is my line, and I'm going to leave it up to Jolene. Don't cut the line off. Remind me not to add 3/4 of an inch to this as I get rocking and rolling. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to, well, I am. There's the center. I'm going to add 3/4 of an inch to this, or this line here, because I want to make a bend in it and put it on top of this. And then we can nail it from the back side. Down here at the bottom, we're going to nail it at the bottom because the floor is going to come up to it, and we're going to put a bend on the floor so the floor's just like this floor. Sounds good. Yeah, I had to swing a hammer. I've swung a hammer for since I was young. I swung a hammer for a long time. Let's get this stuff off. I'd hire me, how's that? Nope, can't get that off, can I? Now I'm going to add 3/4 of an inch when I add the metal. That's what I'll do. Let's get this thing cut off here. Yeah, I marked it where center was. I think it's right there. No, it's not on that piece. It's on this piece. I don't know where center is now. I can get it later, I suppose. Or I can get it now. It doesn't open so good there. The edge of that, some of it. That's not bad. Not bad. Fitting different, aren't I? A little bit. Let's do it again. Yeah. Don't want to make it too small either, but it did seem to be up on that end. And I do not want to have that bend over too far, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. If I have it too far, it just won't fit nice. I'd rather have it fit short down there than not fit up there. Oh, I suppose I just cut that off, wouldn't I? Come on, silly pants. No, just cut that off with you. Just leave it, cut it off after. Let's go for it. Get a piece of metal. We had a big coffee, that's what it is. That big coffee I had wound me right up, mate. I say wound me right up. I'm going to lay this sheet of metal down. And the reason I cut with the grinder sometimes, and sometimes I cut with that, is because the piece of metal, I can handle the piece of metal with that. To hold that in the air and cut with that thing, too hard. That's why generally you go to different methods of cutting things because of the situation you're in. Small stuff, that Beverly shear is awesome. The bigger stuff is too hard to handle. Just like Jolene, hard to handle. What? That's funny, isn't it? And where am I at? Talking to Jolene, I got all mixed up. Let's get this bad boy going. I wonder if I got a straight piece to. No straight edges on this. That's sometimes it gets cut in metal like this. You get no straight edges and you don't know where to go. It's just kind of a. Look, Chrysler Tower. Look. Yeah, I've got no straight edges. I should chop it off and take it down to the shear. That's exactly what I should do, isn't it, baby? Sure it is. What's that, buddy? Let's cut that off. We'll take it down the shear and cut it. Make it better. Make a nice straight cut. Not that I can't do it with a zip cut. It's just a lot better. Oh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one is plugged in for me to go? I think we watched a show on the Chrysler building, or what was that about? About how they built the Chrysler building. They wanted the tallest building in the world, or tallest building in New York. I'm not sure, the world or New York. But what they did is they went so far, and then they let the other people finish, and theirs was taller, and then all of a sudden they added some to it. Remember that, sweetheart? You were watching that? It was a pretty cool story. Pretty damn cool. They bench, they say. Have a bench. You know what benches are for? You know what benches are for? Oh man, hold so much stuff and clutter things up. And you ever go to a bench that's empty?
Only after it's been cleaned up.
So true. Yeah, that pattern rock and rolling. We want, did I leave my marker? We want 3/4 of an inch, don't we, sweetheart?
There's 2 benches in my shop and one of them's coming in.
Is the other one full? What are you doing right at the present moment?
I'm just packing bearings.
Packing bearings. Doug cleaned.
There is a bearing pack where you can buy to do it, but I was taught here the way, and it still
It still works. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bottom piece. I'm going to take a 3/4 inch tape. That'll give me my 3/4 inch. You love me, Jolene? Mm-hmm. I still wondered after I used the tape. I was toying with you, sweetheart. Napa know-how's here with some rocker guard. That needs a little more meat on there. So I'm gonna put it there. Good job, Fina. You're doing good. She's working hard.
One of your heads go.
She does. Fina has a job. She stays there and waits all day long. It must be her job. Or she sees it as her job. It's nice to know when someone's coming in. Let's face it. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Napa know-how. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was quick and easy. No money involved or nothing. Napa just gives me all the stuff. They don't charge me. They give it to me.
Not.
Now,
But you can dream, Chad. Everybody has a dream.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. The 3/4 inch got to go on the top. Got to cut that tape off.
Still take work from
Huh?
It's still work from it.
No, because I'd bend that edge over. I got to cut the tape off. I got to cut that tape off. Come on. Sure it is. At 3/4 of an inch right here. Don't know if that's straight or not, but that shear will make it straight. Let's make a mark. Oh, it's got a mark there. Then I'll know where to bend it. Or transfer it, whatever I got to do to put it on there. Wonder how many were on the seat for that one. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it wrong. How many were on the seat for that one? Caught myself. See? Caught myself. This is the piece. And I did. I caught myself. Let's go and finish cutting it. We'll put a bend in it and put it on. Just gonna leave a little bit there. Like I said, I had a little gap going on there. Leave a little bit, and I can sand that out. Be careful, Chad. Sometimes that guy plays rough. The irons are going on. Wheels are turning. Whew. Now, I want that to go the other way, don't I? Sure do. Let's transfer it. Let's go this way. Looks good to me. Now run this line down here. push this down just a little bit further. I'm getting picky now, baby. I don't know why, but I want to hit those lines. Come on. That's what I want. Nope. I don't want to go further. Going for it. I want sort of more than a 90. And the reason because I got it going up, going in. So if I want more than a 90, when it goes up and it goes in, if it tucks down, it'll hit that square tubing quick. Like it'll be nice and tight along that edge. If I go straight in, it'll probably stick up off it a little bit. I'm thinking. We'll go straight up for this time. But I'm thinking that a little more bend on that one would probably be the way to go. And this is freedom right here, doing it the way I'm doing it, doing which way I want to, wherever I figure out how I want to do it. Because if I was going to do it the way the factory had done it, this isn't the material that they use, and these aren't the pieces. This isn't how it was done. So basically, I'm doing it my way, and it really helps the project move along. Because if I was waiting for the sills and waiting for the door skins and all that sort of stuff, and buying it and be spending money for something that somebody else has made, when you can do it yourself. Basically. All right, we're tight. We're tight. That's good. I'm going to take some off the side of that. Probably the width what I left on there. Now, that fits really nice there. Really nice. Let's take some off it. Let's make it work. Leaving a little bit on your metal is always good. Let's face it. What's holding me up? It's hitting. All right. Still hitting. I'm still hitting. It's got a little spot right here. Let's just knock it off a little bit more. I don't want to cut it off. I'm going to sand it off with a hard disc, and the reason being is I'll be a little bit. Bless you, sweetheart. Bless you. An older guy used to stop in here. His name was Dan Barkhouse from the mountain. He's passed, and I never got to say goodbye. Rest in peace, Dan. He was a good old fella. He came in and talked. He was always nice to us. He even bought a motorcycle off me. You know what I mean? Like, out picking apples, and I guess that was his day, I guess. And rest in peace. Gonna miss you. I knew Dan for just like a short amount of time, but when he would go up the road, he would go down to the store, he'd buy a bunch of tickets, scratch tickets, and every day you'd see him go throwing scratch tickets out the window. It's funny. You knew when he was around because there was a scratch ticket on the side of the road. But it was okay, what I thought, because it was paper. It's just paper. It's not going to hurt anything. But it's just... Now to make the other one, use the pattern again. I'm just hoping that it works for the other side. You just never know. All right, there's number one. That looks nice. Down along there, a little piece of metal there that's added that's not on that part. That looks nice. And then your floor is going to come up like this, and it's going to bend up like this. We're going to weld this piece to down there, and that floor is going to weld onto that piece. So we're looking good. Looking real good. Let's make another piece. We got time? What time? Okay. Where's my pattern? I have a straight edge because I cut a straight edge last time I cut that. I just want to see if the pattern will work. Where did I throw the pattern at? Metal. Gotta look at it myself for a second. Sweet. Gotta get in the car. Watch it, you got a cord there for the welder. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Gotta trim some off the top. Remember trimming some off the other piece, so no harm, no foul. Get on there. Don't be scared. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Now, I wonder if I should, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. It's gonna cut off on the other side anyways. In the bottom. It's good. Let's do it. So I got everything I need. Now, we'll do the 3/4 at top. Lay this on there. Give us enough to get our pattern. Ooh, just got a piece out down there, just got enough. Serious? Wow. I'll go ahead a little bit. Not much. Ah, stop it. And make sure that pattern's on when you cut it, because if you don't, kind of wasting your time. If you're making anything, paper first. Make it a lot easier on yourself. Even if you have to tape it all together like I do sometimes. It's easier to work with. Like the triangle on the floor. I just took a piece of paper and laid it on top of the triangle that we made in the first one. You watch me and Jolene press it out, or do the bead roller or step roller. Well, I just took a piece of paper that I could see through, trace that circle, then put it on the other panel. Pretty basic stuff. Piece of paper. That's what helped me do it, a piece of paper. Now this, rather a little long than short. Watch it. I got a little crooked is what it did. How crooked did I get it? tad doesn't matter. Let's do this in. Well, it does, but. Hoping that's good. Cut her off. And then I want to put that on that way. So we're going to want the bend on the other side. No different than the other side. Can't do it that way. Let's bend it. Sometimes Jolene has a hard time getting her job done because there's things in the way. Stepping on things, over top of things, banging into things, tripping on things. Wrong way. Wrong way. Let's do this. Let's pull it back a little bit. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Let's try to straighten her out if we can. If we can. Yeah. That's how you stretch a brake, making it do things that it's not supposed to do. And if you do 50 push-ups a day, you're able to bend it. Something like that. All right, now let's put it on this side. Hope we can get it. That's right, it's on the other side. Gotta get on that tape where I want to get it. Ah. See what happens? Not bad, not bad. Can hammer that down a little bit, we can. Bad, didn't want to hammer anything, but you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of a roll going on there. Maybe I should have probably. Nope. Distracts from the visual. It fits so nice. You know what? It's not that bad. What I'll do is I'll probably play with that. Do you want me to straighten it out right now? I want you to straighten it out right now. So this is what we're going to do. Let's grab a hammer. Let's grab a nice hammer because we're going to hit it. And then you know what I'm going to do after I hit it? I'm going to have to face it with probably the grinder with like a a grinding wheel, face it, and then we'll have something that's decent. That's a nice little hammer on the end there. It's got a little weld mark on it. We're not going to use that one. We'll use that one. It's kind of light. It's got a nice round end on it. We're going to use this. We'll just go slow with it and just try to flatten it out a little bit, that's all. Didn't want to move. A little bit by little. Yes, my buddy?
Okay, if I borrow that welder from you for a few
Sure. What's that?
Can you lift it up so I can see the difference?
Just kind of taking that rib out of it, you know, trying to flatten it down. See how it's round here? Trying to make it straight. Can't see nothing going on?
Yeah, I can. I just want to show it on the camera.
Okay. Just trying to flatten it out, that's all. Now, try to get a little bit more out of it. Just going to do a little bit more. I'm going to take it over and put it in the brake and bend it again, see if it'll take it. Now you can see like a little roll right there. Like a little roll right there going on where we bent it. I'm going to take and put that in the brake, see if it'll bend it back. Or, I gotta do this. I don't know if the brake will ever bend that back or not. See right there? I'm gonna have to put it back in the brake anyways. As I'm flattening that rolled edge that we had going on there, as I'm flattening that piece is folding back. You can see it go back. I can. This piece does not matter to me, to be honest with you, if it was like that or not, because it's underneath the seat. But Jolene said, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's do it. Let's go see what we got. Let's go see what we got. Put her back on the brake. Let's bend it again. And then I'm probably going to face it with the grinder. And what I mean by face it is I'm going to take a little bit of the metal away to make it look like it's straight again. Now, When I bent that piece, I did not leave it like that. I bent a 90. So sort of tells you, as I was speaking to you, as I was hammering that, it was making that line. We're making that edge. There, we're back down where we should be. Let's do this. I want to face it. It's going to make a scuff mark in it. I know, but I can't help it. It's going to be rock guarded anyways in the end. Where's the grinder at? I have one with a green face on it with a pad on it. And what I mean face it is with one of these. I'm going to grab one. We'll face it and then we'll put it on.
I'm just putting and move the flex line brackets a little bit in a different direction. The flex lines are a touch shorter than the other ones, so we set the end in a different direction. But we have to keep the flex line, the steel line still has to go through the frame because the fenders won't flex on the top of the frames. You can't run fridge lines up.
Good call. Never thought of that.
So we're going to keep it down low and through the hole. And I had Doug steer the wheel back and forth, so we've got no binding or nothing in the flex line stuff, so it should be pretty good where it's to. We had to move both of them because of the different flex lines, but they're still going to go in the same holes.
They're going in the same direction, in other words. Yeah. They're friends. I'm just going to face the other side, this side, I guess. Couldn't tell from what was going on. I get beat and pound with it more, but not going to. It's going to be rock guarded, remember? You can see where it's ground, it's good. Where a little spot like that, still like a little dent, right? You have to come back and fix that if you want to. I'm not going to because to me that's fantastic. Just had to spend a little more time on it because I did a boo-boo, but we saved it. So there's what's going on there. That there could cut down a little bit more, drop that down some, obviously. This part here. Do you want me to tack that on, start rock guarding that? We got time?
Maybe the bonus video could be that.
Okay. I can see what I have to do right at the present second. I see that this is what I see. This bend here is smaller than that bend. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bend. I'll cut this one to make it that size. Also, then I can weld it from the top here, bang, bang, bang. Seat sets on it. We have no problem with anything. This will just be laid flat on the bottom piece, and the reason being is, like I said, the floor here is going to do the exact same. Come up here and bend up, and we're going to just stick it on that. So we'd have to rip that off to come down through. This here in the back will be rock guarded. I'll sand that metal first so the rock guard will stick good on it, best it can, and put a little sand on it. Rock guard it, seam seal it, and then I'll rock guard over the seam seal again. And we'll have a really nice back part of the floor. We'll get this blacked out so it's looking good. This is what it looks from, when the seat's in there. The exact same seat should fit in there that was factory, I would say. We haven't done anything to cause any problems, I don't think, but it's looking good, like the back seat area is done. Nate's been obviously changing the positions of the flex line pickups because of when you modify something, it just rolls down the line.
Yeah, we had the wheel cylinder and the flex line worked out good, but we just had to change the adaptation of the flex line a little bit, but it's still all the brakes are on it now. I had to go back in and I'd have to adjust them up.
Yeah.
They're all on it, ready. We get the front lines on now and the steel lines on the front, then we can bleed it up and adjust them. And we're getting there.
I used to be a tap dancer, you know. I didn't tell you that, did I? Let's go and see what Doug's doing. Artist, holler for him. Doug! Will you come in for a minute? Is he coming? Doug wanted to try on the hat, so you might as well try it on for the camera.
You just woke me up. I was having a good nap.
You dirty bugger, you.
Having a dirty nap.
You want me to try? You want me to try on here, right?
He's going to get his
Yeah.
80s metal band hair on.
Yeah, Twisted Sister.
It does look like Twisted Sister hair, don't it?
Oh, I'm beautiful. They will probably get on me now. The ladies man over there. That's the back.
What did you say? Nate will probably get on me now.
Cool. I like it. Yeah.
It'll only go down so far.
Oh, yes. They're not beautiful.
Strike a band.
Hey.
Oh no. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back. We really appreciate it. Doug's been cleaning out the building on the other side. Did you want to look at that? Let's do it. Doug's been cleaning out the building on the other side, doing a bunch of work there. Nate's doing the brakes. As soon as Nate's, actually Doug did some work for Nate this morning, cleaning some stuff. Once that gets figured out and get the brakes on it, we're all going to go for it and put the front end on it, and it's going to be a good day.
I'm going to take my car home after we get the front end on it.
Yeah. Can't park anything in.
What did he say? I didn't quite hear him.
She's coming along. I found some seriously cool stuff out here.
No,
I'll show everybody, but it's currently in the back seat of my car on the way to my place.
Yeah, so this building was a skeleton at one time like this. Me and Doug once he gets it cleaned over this area, then we'll do the front, but me and Doug did the wall back here and some of this. Then me and Jolene come out this weekend. We did a little bit. We got the beams done. And now we want to do the front. There's no insulating going on. There's just boards going up from our local mill. We support Rand's Mill on the mountain there. And just regular boards going up so we can make an area of it, clean it up a little bit. But Doug's actually got everything moved from the front so we can go for it. There's the 413 that I have with the two 4 barrels. I have a 383 over there that I got from Stanley Barkhouse. Stanley Barkhouse. Rest in peace. Rest in
I
pease.
found the subcaps you're looking for too, I think, your pal.
Nope, they're Pontiac.
It's not them?
Pontiac. No.
You found some automobiles.
Yeah.
too.
Alrighty, thanks everybody for coming back. We really appreciate it. Everybody's just grooving and moving.
We are.
You should do the exact same. Oh, I got 50 to do.
There we go.
You have a great day. Come back tomorrow and we'll be here.
I'm going to stay on his back. Get that really work for him. Feel the burn. You spend time here, but can't watch that. You want the internet text me? You and I don't need any videos. I do sit down and stand up. You do lots of those during the day.
Couple extra case. All right, everybody, have a great day. Come back tomorrow and we'll be here.